we are allotted 24 hours per day. We all experience 24 hours at the same rate. So, since we have time allocated to everything in this life, as it is clearly said that there is time for everything, we can also make time for fitness. I'm not going to interfere with any of your busy schedule. I'm not going to interfere with any of your calendar time. I'm not going to interfere with the time you gotta take your kids to school. I'm not going to interfere with the time you gotta get them prepared for school. I'm not going to take the time that you have to do grocery shopping, you have to run errands, and you have to make some chores. So what I'm asking you to do is, with your busy schedule, you can still allocate 45 minutes within the 24 hours you have and get something meaningful out of it. No matter how busy a person is, they are able to find time for lunch, they are able to find time for breakfast, they are even able to find time to talk. No matter how busy we have the ability to grab our phone and quickly search Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and do some stuff because we are pretty much drawn to it. So that's the genius of man. In spite of your many busy schedules, you are able to improvise. And if you invest such genius into your fitness activities, you can always have time for it. So my appeal to you is just 45 minutes within 24 hours. I got a trick. This is what I always do when I get to the gym to work out. I don't care who's there or who's not there. I will just talk to you a bit more about. It's not a place, it's not a hub for conversation. It is a place to be very active and timely enough. So you imagine sometimes you go to work out and there is a guy who will sit on his phone, he got a towel thrown out on the bench. You have all 15 men standing up waiting for him. He really doesn't care. He grabs his phone, he's browsing it, or he's standing back there in the corner talking to someone else. So people like that can spend up to 15 years and there is no improvement in their physique because they take fitness center to be a hub of discussion where you have other social interaction. And if you have that habit, if you develop that habit, you will even have some fatigue going out to work out because you will not get anything. You spend 2 3 hours talking, and by the time you get home, it's already late. So the next day there will be no essence of going back there, and many of our bodies just to have conversation. So I go to the gym for 45 minutes. If I'm training someone, it's going to be 1 hour 30 minutes. Or if I'm working out along with a body, it's going to be 1 hour 30 minutes. I can't exceed that. That's how I master my time. And that's what makes me to go by the next day to do what I can. You can have compact of workout done within 45 minutes with very much less interval. If your mind is made up to do it, you can do it. You can achieve that and get out of it. And the next day, there is nothing wrong going to do 45 minutes, even for 6 days weekly. Because it's just 45 minutes. It's not 3 hours as people do. So this is the deal. Since I promised that I'm not going to interfere with your time, I will ask you to take a portion of your social media time on a daily basis. So you're going to have 20 minutes out of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter time, or Snapchat, whatever you got. Just give me 20 minutes out of that time. Between me and you are aware of how many hours you put into social media on a weekly basis, even on a daily basis. Some up to 5 hours a day. So just give me 20 minutes out of that time. And the next time we're going to just get a bit of will be your TV time during evening hours. When you get home, relax on the couch, grab whatever you got to do, eat, and refresh yourself. Turn on the television. Give me 25 minutes out of your television time. So when we combine both time, we actually will come up with 45 minutes. It's all I need from you on your daily schedule. So when I have that, then we can do something very meaningful That's going to be important for your health. That's going to be important for your parents. That's going to be important for your children because if you are a fit parent, your children are going to adopt that. And our days probably is better, but during that time, they will have so many people who will be tired, who will be pretty much used to a computer, video game, and the food. We can promise what it's going to be like. So the essence of the kids being fit, which is going to be important for their health and prolong their life, should be a concern to you as a parent. That's nothing to let go. That's nothing to ignore. And the foundation is based on you, is based on what you do. Because most often, your kids going to do what you do. So if you feel reluctant of fitness, they will do the same. After all, they didn't see mom and dad do it. So if they actually going to do it, they're going to be like copying that from other people. So if you are fit, your kids going to adopt that and they're going to be fit. Why do we have to be fit? Why do we have to improvise 45 minutes out of 24 hours to get fit on a daily basis? It has huge health benefits. You don't need to be muscular as I am. My physique sometimes fool people. Okay, I'm just 5'8", and my body weight is 185 pounds max. So I'm able to amass more muscle than a man who is 6'4", because his appendages are longer, his legs, you will have him having very long legs, his arms will be longer. So to have this muscle be short, to have this muscle contracted, it's going to take longer time than me with much shorter arms. So you don't have to be like me. No, just stay in your comfort zone and be what you are. Keep yourself fit. You can get involved in the running, in the jogging, in the walking. You can get involved in the sports. Just do something that's going to get you off a position that I'm in right now. I'm in a sedentary position. I'm seated. You don't want to be like this throughout your life. Get doing something out there. You can walk out briskly, you can jog, you can play tennis, you can play basketball, but your life should be occupied with fitness. You should not be in a position like sitting all the time from that office work where you are just before the computer and then when you come home, sit before the television. So that's one of the benefits. It has health benefits. And my target group right now is parents. Because most of my crowd are not having children and they take that to be an excuse not to hit the gym anymore. So we are talking about fit parents, we are talking about fit dad, we are talking about fit mom. And another factor, another reason for which you gotta keep fit is that when you met your spouse, you were really good looking because you spent time out there working on yourself. An example could be Hollywood celebrities or some movie stars. Before they actually take care of themselves, their presentation out there to the audiences will be impressive based on how they look. So they spend time working out. There is no one star that doesn't work out. The efficiency of the job you do as a movie star, whether you're a master artist, whether you are just playing an ordinary role, it requires you being fit. It requires flexibility in the muscle. It requires better brain functioning, which also comes out as a result of being fit. So they dedicate their time to doing that. And I know men, some guys will sit and say, hey, I like that lady. I like my girl be like her. She's a movie star. You talk about Angelina Jolie. You talk about Halle Berry. Cool, that's fine. They put in time to be fit. So when you met your spouse, you put in time to be fit. And then you start having kids. You abandon it. You are like so busy for that. That can cause stress in the relationship sometimes. You're not like before. The attraction isn't there anymore. So she's not attracted to you anymore because you get maybe bored and you're getting lazy, you're long and hard, not functioning well in terms of physical activities. And she will most likely want to look at another guy who is being fit. So the vice versa, same as the man, he's looking at you like, hey, I think she was cute when we met before, but she feels like just enough. So, um, I'll look out there and see what's good. So, being fit as a couple is quite important for a relationship. It holds you together, and it has social effects, which that is just one of them. So, I would just name you a few diseases that studies have come up with to say these are prevalent due to the deficiency of fitness in the body man. So I'll grab my laptop right here and list to you a few of these diseases. We will have our, okay. So we have this physical activity guideline made for all Americans. It is actually the Physical Activity Guidelines for Americans second edition, published in 2018. It was just released last year. So we're talking about all-cause mortality. We are talking about diseases such as coronary heart disease and stroke. Those are mounting readily due to the deficiency of fitness in the body man. When I talk about body man, I'm talking about all human beings, women, men. And we are also talking about cancer at multiple sites. We are talking about type 2 diabetes, and we're talking about obesity. We're talking about hypertension and osteoporosis. So you can get fit, you just don't have time for it. These are the diseases that you're going to come in contact with, most likely due to your inactiveness. So I can just list all of these things to you right now. You can make a research on that on the internet, but another good source of information that you will need, other than what I just told you, would be getting out there in search of books that you can read about fitness. But if that is too long, just get on your phone, Google Physical Activity for Americans, the guidelines for American. That is the second edition, released in 2018. And you will have a lot of things you can read over there, which is going to enhance your consciousness about being fit. So now I will be coming up with another edition of this talk. We will be talking about how you can utilize your time and what you can do to start as a fit individual. You got to start from somewhere. But just remember one thing, everything you do out there counts. So getting out back into the gym as a fit parent is important for your health. It's important for the health of your kids, and it's important for your relationship. You gotta keep healthy, you gotta keep attractive, and you gotta be a role model for your kids if you should ever imagine them being fit kids.